เข้าไปจริงจังเซอยู่บ้างหลัง
Revelio
เดี๋ยวโทษทีเซที่เห็นอะไรเหลืองๆแป๊บหนึ่งนะ
Alohomora
ท่านต้องรอเช้าครับส่วนกลางคืนเราจะเป็นอะไรเหรอเครื่องการหน่อยสิทำไมมันสู้เป้าเราวะเนี่ยไปอะตะกิดหรือว่าเซจะบอกว่าให้เอาอะไรมาสักอย่างด้วยนะแต่ผมช่างมันเถอะ
You made
เพื่อน
it
ถึงนานแล้วกูนอนอยู่ตรงนี้ไม่เห็นหรอเพื่อน
Enjoying the view
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there, Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them, possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us, which is saying something, knowing me and ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know.
เราไป
Come
เยี่ยม
on.
แอนกัน
I'll take you to my uncle's. This way.
เพื่อน
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Revelio
อยู่นี่ไงพวกกอบลินจากออกขออนุญาตนะครับผมมุมกล้องปวดหัว
Aha!
Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfix cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
ถ้ายืน
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd
ถ้า
hoped
ยืนเรา
for.
โน้มไปโซโลมอน
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh,
สโล
yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure,
สวัสดีครับ
he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
ความหวังอาจจะเป็นสิ่งที่
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep
เซ
Anne's
บาสเตียน
spirits
ฮะ
up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children, especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
ผมอยากช่วยน้องเขาว่ะน้องแอน
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother and me in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
โทษทีนะแต่ว่าจะหาทางช่วยน้องเขาด้วยโอ้แอบไปอ่านจดหมาย
Revelio.
แบบเซบาสเตียน
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
แต่น้องแอนเขาก็เป็นหลานของลุงเหมือนกันนะ
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a
Yeah.
first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
เป็นไรเพื่อน
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened.
เดี๋ยวดิ
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
ไปเลยขี่ไม้กวาดไปเลยก็ได้
All the
ตามทัน
debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate.
Confringo.
They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
าสูงไหนผาสูงนู่นหรือผาสูงนี่เพื่อน
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ramrock. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good wizard is a dead wizard in my book.
ไปบูกับชุดใหญ่เลยดีกว่า
There you are. Who do you think you are? Vegetables in combat. Ridiculous.
โอ้ยเชี่ย
You'd be better suited for gardening than for battle. I won't rest. Patience does not belong in battle. No! Confringo! I won't rest. Dead. You've made your last mistake. Seems your
มีการค้างแป๊บนึงด้วย อะไรตายไปทำน้องเพื่อนผมมีปัญหาเหรอเอ้ยขาแรกเอ้ยเอ้ยอะไรเอาตายละ
One less human to worry about.
กลับไป
Number of wise coming back this way.
นี่
I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Revelio.
ทำได้ปะ
Reparo.
ทำได้ด้วย
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt.
ประสบการณ์มา
She
สั่ง
came
สอน
face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be
Sebastian
grasping at
can-
Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to
เดี๋ยวผม
whoever
ก็แค้น
cursed
เหมือนกัน
Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everyone.
Revelio.
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
Revelio.
แทนเรียกชื่อเพื่อนนะ ไม่ได้เรียกชื่อบิ๊กใช่เหรอผมเรียกชื่อคุณบีนะ ส แล้วผมเรียกชื่อคุณเซบาสเตียนเหรอ
Whose home was this?
น่าใช่
Been
บ้านนะเพื่อน
abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago.
ไม่น่าใช่บ้านนะ
That's all I ever heard.
บ้านแบบนี้แน่เลยเนี่ย
I've heard goblin dig sites
Revelio.
happen everywhere.
It's a wonder the ministry isn't doing more.
อ้าวเหรอเอ้ยขอโทษ
It might
ใช่เหรอ
be
ผมว่า
worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
ถ้าผมเรียกผิดจริงครับ
Revelio.
เอ้ยผมพลาดได้อย่างไรคาราคิรี
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
เฮ้ยไอ้มุมนี้มันมุมที่เวทโบราณครับใช่ผมจำได้ ที่แบบศาสตราจารย์5 คนมาช่วยเมืองเนี้ยแล้วนี่เวทโบราณใช่เนี่ยมีปราสาทด้วย
Revelio.
อะไรเนี่ยดูมันน่าเป็นภาพสลักแน่เลยโอ้ยอย่าเสียอะไรนี่ไง
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
ผมไม่น้อยใจนะคะ
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet.
สิครับ
And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a portkey. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell.
Revelio.
ห้องนอนของศาสตราจารย์
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Devolso.
เอาเก็บถ้าเดินทางมาที่นี่เพื่อศึกษาใครก็ไม่รู้นะ
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. A journal entry of Isadora's.
ว่าเป็นนาง
I
แน่
should
เลย
hold on to this.
นางผู้หญิงนั้นอะ
Revelio. Revelio.
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange, but
Honestly, Nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be floored.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
ไปกันเถอะอะไรเนี่ย
Confringo!
ไปหาความลับกัน ได้ช่วยน้องเตียนแล้วก็ช่วยเราสงสัยอย่างมันแอบเชื่อมกันนะเนี่ย
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look.
เชื่อมกับไอห้องความลับที่เรารู้กัน3คนปาเตียนกับอีกคนใช่เขาตาบอดเราจะต้องหาพวกเศษกระดาษมาต่อแน่เลย
Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
Revelio. A note. Let's have a look. Reparo.
ศาสตร์มืดปะเนี่ยไม่ใช่หรอมั้ง
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar
Right.
symbols used by the
ศาสต
keepers.
ร์โบราณ
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so.
น่าจะเป็นศาสตร์
I
มืด
didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not. Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Sian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess.
ซิทิลินซิทิลิน
But I'm glad you
บ้าน
told
ข
me
อง
everything you
เอ
did.
มีอะไรแอบ
I'll be in touch. Till then.
ผมนึกว่าผมจะได้แบบเรียนรู้อะไรบางอย่างแต่มันไม่นะ
Accio. Expelliarmus.
เราต้องไปเข้าเรียนวิชาดาราศาสตร์แหละการด้ามจับไปดาราศาสตร์กันดีกว่าฮะไม่ได้เรียนทาครับ แต่ตอบไปเลยแต่ตายยากเหมือนกันนะครับคุณ แต่ว่าคุณบอกว่าผมเรียก ถ้าดูเสร็จแล้วบอกผมด้วยนะต่อยครับถึงเวลาเรียนกันดีกว่า
And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose.
แม่นางคนนี้ที่เราไปช่วยมาเมื่อพาร์ทที่แล้ว
Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
2 คนเลย
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
เขาดูดีตลอดเวลาเลยนะน้องพีคมาปะเนี่ย
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Hello again. Brilliant class, wasn't it? I prefer astronomy over potions, don't you? Of course, we Ravenclaws tend to do well in any class.
Oh, hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
ดูก่อนว่ามีภารกิจอะไรเข้ามา เราต้องไปหาเซบาสเตียนเพื่อนรักเรามีปัญหา
Revelio.
Stargazing as long as I could.
เขาอยู่ชั้นบนเหรอ
Revelio.
เขาอยู่ตรงนี้ทางนะ
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio. This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
ผมพูดผิดเหรอ
A pristine night.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunar
Star
scope.
gazer ว่ะ
But
คุณบี
there
ขออภัย
is,
ครับ
something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And
ขอ
it
อภัย
seems
เป็นอย่าง
there
สู
may
ง
be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
แล้วเธอต้องการคนช่วยมา
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we?
เราจะต้องไปดูดาวกันก่อนนะฮะเดี๋ยวเริ่มใจร้อนแล้วว่ะผมเป็นเซบาสเตียนต้องไปหาเซบาสเตียนแล้วเพื่อนรักผมอ่ะ
The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go then. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing.
ไปไป
It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little for...
Revelio. A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tight as I expected.
ผมรู้แล้ว
Revelio.
More cobwebs.
Incendio.
You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no. Not this close to school, I mean.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's.
ปวดท้องอ่ะ
Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
จะน้อยผมเดี๋ยวมานะฮะสักครู่
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
I won't give. Whoa นี่มัน
What were you and ominous
ศาสตร์
speaking
มืด
about?
ใช่ไหม
He's being ridiculous. Apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears
Yeah,
it was used for the
ow.
dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium
แต่อาร์เซนอล
holds
ฤ
the
ดูกาล
answers
ที่
we
แล้วไม่ได้
need.
ถ้วยเลยนะ เฮ้ยโอ้โหแรงมาก
Ominous is right. Meddling in the dark arts is dangerous.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts
จ
know
ริงๆปี
this
ที่แล้วเขาก็มานะฮะ
better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of
ที่แล้ว
turn.
ก็เก่ง
Ominous's family history is personal to him.
อ๋อจะบอกฉันได้นะ ไม่ติดอะไร
I'd
ฟั
like
ง
to
ได้
know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
เฮียโอมินิสเขารู้จักศาสตร์มืดว่ะ
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus curse, also known as the torture curse, inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child,
ครอบครัวที่
he
แบบ
couldn't bring himself to do it.
ค่อนข้าง
As
ทำเรื่องที่เลวร้าย
punishment,
นะ
his
เนี่ย
family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
เขามีเบื้องหลังที่ค่อนข้างแย่เลยนะครับเนี่ยไม่เป็นศาสตร์มืดโดนครอบครัวตัวเองใส่ได้ศาสตร์มืดใส่เนี่ยนะโอ้ยทำบรรยากาศเสียหมด
Revelio. Accio.
เซบาสเตียนเพื่อนรัก บ้านของเดลิทิลีนน่าจะทางนี้ ผมคนจากบ้านลาวินคลอขออนุญาตหาเพื่อนแป๊บหนึ่งไกลเหมือนกันนะเนี่ยเกียร์เบสตกเหลือ40เลยเหรอ เฮ้ย ตื่นคอม
Revelio.
เพื่อนรักมา
You're here. Brilliant.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on. He's this way.
เอาไปเลย
Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
Revelio.
ตัวทีแวะเฉยๆมาแล้ว
There he is. Good luck.
Incendio.
ไปให้นะเพื่อนได้มาดูเงียบงันเอ้ยแต่มึง
What
ตา
are
บอด
you
ดี
doing
ว่า
here?
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He
Yes.
did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the
ใช่
family on
เรา
the
ไม่
use
ค่อ
of
ยยุ่ง
dark
กับศาสต
magic.
ร์มืดนะ
In
แต่ว่าเดี๋ยว
fact,
ผมจะ
she'd hoped to
รับจบ
convince
ให้
my family that there was
ต้องห่วง
more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this
เรื่องบริสุทธิ์
scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
ตามหัวดีกว่าหัว
I
เดียว
see
เพื่อ
what
น
you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait. I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian, over here. Expelliarmus.
These braziers grant access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear.
Revelio.
Opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
เอ้ยเหมือนที่ผมพูดเลย
Its 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics, Ominous.
แต่เราจะเข้าไปยังไงเนี่ยต่อ
Remember, 3 braziers are involved.
Some
Confringo.
I do that. Occasionally.
อ่า
Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
เออเพื่อน เพื่อน เออไป
Looks like a locked door. You may want to look around.
A journal entry, signed by Noctua Gaunt.
Gaunt?
Reparo.
The family was here. The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear.
You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from
Harry.
Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Believe me, I am having thoughts, but I'm still convinced we should go ahead.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
เอาเลยเพื่อน
It worked! Ominous, you possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us.
Never mind. There's no clear way.
Revelio.
Like a maze.
Confringo.
Our Slytherin most likely wanted this to be different and solved.
The door
Revelio.
closed, and there's more than one gate ahead.
ผมโคตรเกลียด
Then
งู
look closely at each gate for clues.
ไปทางไหนต่อวะเนี่ย
Lumos. The dial requires focus.
Art Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it. That didn't sound good.
โอ้
Salazar Slytherin.
Incendio.
It's easy.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome. Lumos.
Poor Aunt Noctua.
ว่าน่าจะมีคำใบ้อะไรสักอย่างอยู่แถวโอเคประตูเป็นประตูไหนเอ่ยตอนนี้มี2ประตูนะฮะเป็นรูปอะไรวะเนี่ยจดแป๊บจดจริงนะเนี่ยไปลองดีกว่าด้านบนเหมือนจะเป็นรูปแมวด้านล่างเป็นรูปคล้ายๆตัวแซดนะฮะเรียบร้อย
Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first.
ปาก
Nice work.
รูปวงกลมกับลูกแปด
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian.
เร
Lumos.
That sounded promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive.
Revelio.
Nice work.
Incendio. Ominous. Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did.
Flipendo.
Change it to
Lumos.
world for it.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
All I heard was rewards.
สามเหลี่ยม
Keep going.
กับวงกลมแล้วก็น่าจะอยู่เตาเพิ่ง
Another welcoming sort, was he?
ไปแล้วร้อยฮะห้องนี้มันน่าจะถึงห้องศาสตร์มือแล้วล่ะ
Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
Lumos.
I spotted something ahead. Looks troubling.
โอ้ว่าเราถึงแล้ว
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet
Crucio.
finished with us.
Ominous. A skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous. I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door and Crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak with him.
Good. Work your magic, so to speak. Wish we had some liquid luck.
All of this could have been avoided.
Ominous. I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus curse is pure torture, I would know.
Sebastian told me a little of what happened when you were young. Sounds as if you had no choice.
Should have known he would have told you. And one always has a choice. I'm as guilty as the worst of my family. Unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and for that I shall never forgive myself. That spells the reason I have no family left. You and Sebastian will need to sort out another solution. If you cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
โอ้เป็นเรื่องที่ดิ
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous! As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
I want to learn the curse, but I won't cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
I shan't forget this.
อัดมืดฮะลูซิโอจับกูเลยเพื่อน รักมึงนะเพื่อนรัก
I'm ready.
Are you all right?
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Revelio. Sebastian, Ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
this place. We couldn't linger here. Let's find a way out, please.
I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
ตัวนะฮะตอน
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
เราก็ได้มาแล้วนะครับศาสตร์มืดถ้าผมไล่ไปเนี่ยโอเคครับผม